Well, we welcome in one of the newest Huskers to the 2025 signing class, Tyson Terry, the defensive lineman out of Omaha North. Tyson, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. How does it feel to officially be a Husker? I know it's been a long time coming. Back in June of 2023 you committed. How does it feel that it's here?
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. It feels awesome. You know, it's finally here. It's a dream that, I've had since a young kid, growing up watching the Huskers, going to games when I was younger. And so it's all surreal, living a dream right now. So it's awesome.
Well, how did it feel then when, you talk about it being a lifelong dream, when you first get the offer? How did that feel? What was that moment like?
It was really exciting. I think because Nebraska was my first offer, so it was more excitement. I think that it was Nebraska, and then it was my first first offer. And so I think just, being able to play for the Huskers and, being able to stay home, I'm just thankful. I was really, really honored and blessed to, be able to play for Nebraska.
Coach Rule and the staff has said that they want to get the top talent in this state to stay home. What does that mean to you as a Nebraska kid that this staff wants to put an emphasis on that Nebraska talent?
Yeah, I think it definitely with Coach Rule was keeping, the top talent, but also I think with him was definitely big on keeping like the just in-state guys, to Nebraska, keeping the in-state guys in state. And so I think with Coach Rule and this staff has really done a lot, was just kind of, building a relationship just beyond, yourself in football, getting to know your family, your siblings, parents, your life outside of just football. I think with that, that kind of really hit home of just kind of getting the recruits and kind of setting a different, culture with Coach Rule and the new staff in. So, yeah. So
I'm told you're a pretty big fan of the training table, the new training table.
Yeah, I am. I am. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the training table. Yeah.
What? I guess for fans that haven't seen it, I don't know a lot about it. Why do you love it so much?
I think, any lineman would probably agree, or any guy who likes food, but just really anything you can think of, it's in there. It's big lounge area. It's massive. It's just, it's just the new facility in general is incredible, but just the training table, all the food, everything that they give you and supply to you, it's crazy.
You're a big time wrestler, obviously, and never been beaten, right? How has that played into your football career, balancing wrestling and football?
I think it's definitely played a big role in wrestling. I think just with kind of like the mental mindset of wrestling, of how it's like, I think wrestling prepares you a lot just in life. I feel like mentally, like getting ready for a wrestling match or going through wrestling practice, it's a strain. It's a mental strain. There's a lot of factors that go in it. Long practices. Hot rooms. Getting physical in the wrestling match, and so training. I think that wrestling just carries over of having a mindset of, just being strong, being tough, mentally tough. And I think wrestling carries over to football on the field, as in, I feel like my feet are pretty light for a big guy. They move pretty well for a big guy, and I feel like the wrestling and kind of using my hips and my leverage, my hands translate over to football pretty well too. It's just kind of second nature stuff, I would say, just from seeing the two.
So why, you probably had your share number of offers to pursue wrestling. Why was football the avenue for you over wrestling?
I think my overall goal is play in the NFL. I think there's a lot more money overall to be made in football, I would say, than wrestling. But I love both football and wrestling, but football is more of my passion. It just kind of just my love ever since, I started playing football. So, yeah.
You talked about that mindset and being that you never lose. How has that developed for you to where you know that, that just, I guess, the refusal to be beat. How has that developed for you to where you have that mental mindset of, I am not getting beat today?
Yeah, that like the refusal, to be beat is, goes into like your training or like your preparation for something like football, for example. That mindset of you got to watch film, you got to see, what are the O-line, what are their tendencies, offensive tendencies, stuff like that. But just with that mindset of like not getting to beat, it's just kind of training for like anything or like training. I trained like wrestling as if like someone's coming right for me. Everybody's trying to come for me. Targets on my back, and so I train like that. Like I'm the top guy, and so I feel like that. Just with that mindset, it carries over to training harder and like always thinking like someone's closing the distance on me, and so I try not to be complacent and just try to get better, a little better every day.
Great perspective. What was it like for you seeing Nash do what he did last year on the wrestling mat, coming out of retirement and then wrestling at heavyweight for the Huskers?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't know first, right when it happened, I didn't know if he was gonna compete at all. I just thought he was maybe gonna just wrestle in there, lose some weight or get in shape or something. But yeah, when he started competing, I thought that was amazing. And really the entire country was seeing that, just state of Nebraska and the wrestling community and everybody. It was crazy. There was a good month there. He was going, he was everywhere on social media.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, wrapping things up, I've got some fun questions for you, some questions of the day. Let Husker fans get to know you a little bit more. Are you down for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We're right here in the middle of all of the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas. What's the best side dish at a holiday meal?
Oh, side dish? I would probably go, this is hard.
You can't pick just one?
I'd probably, I'm a simple guy, but I like just a good like mashed potatoes and gravy.
Okay, all right, I like it.
Yeah.
Best sports movie. This is a hot debate,
Yeah, I'd probably choose Greater. It's with Brian Burrowsworth. He was a walk-on at Arizona, and then he ended up receiving a scholarship, and then ended up getting drafted in the first round, and then he got in a car accident and ended up passing away like the summer before the season. And that one was always really, really good to me.
I'll have to check that one out. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite athlete growing up?
Favorite athlete growing up was I'd probably say Michael Jordan.
Okay.
But now it'd probably be like Aaron Donald or like or J.J. Watt or something like that.
You did get a chance to meet Ndamukong Suh, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So Sue would be up there too. Sue would be up there too for sure.
How was that meeting him?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was able to. It was on my OV, so I was walking in and he was walking right out, and he was pretty big dude. So when I first seen him, I was like, oh wow, that's. So it was never. I won't forget that.
So I guess I don't need to even ask you who the NBA GOAT is.
Yeah, I'm a Jordan fan.
Okay. All right. I guess last thing, just, a lot of Husker fans from the state are going to be familiar with you and following your high school wrestling and football career. But what else do fans need to know about you before you get here and officially get that uniform on?
I'm just kind of a chill type of guy. There's nothing really to me. I'm just a head down work type of guy. Gonna show up every day, giving my all, and gonna be a good person, to the team and to the university, and represent Nebraska well, and just hoping we're gonna turn this thing around.
Great stuff. That's a mic drop soundbite there to end this interview on. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations. Can't wait to see you here on campus.
Yeah, I appreciate it.